Hey, before we get started with this episode, just a little bit of a disclaimer. There are a few audio issues in this interview. Some clips are too high, some clips are too low. So for your listening or viewing pleasure, please either wear headphones or adjust the audio to your liking. Thank you and enjoy the interview. This is the Bottom Line Podcast presented by Anchor.fm, your home for sports and entertainment talk. Jimmy Finizzi and Austin Myers with you today. We hope you are doing well. As always, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to take a listen. We truly appreciate it. You already know what it is. Hit us up on Twitter and Instagram at BottomLineWMCX. Use the hashtag BottomLine. And as always, if you like what you're seeing on YouTube, please drop a like and a comment down below. It helps out tremendously. And please make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, so you don't miss an episode, and subscribe on all audio listening platforms. Just include Jimmy when searching for this podcast. First and foremost, it's been too long. 2 weeks feels like a long time since we've uploaded an episode, but a lot's been happening in all of our personal lives. But good news, we're all good. We're back and better than ever. Austin, how the heck are you doing, my man?
Doing fantastic.
Awesome to hear, man. Well, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but Neil Villapiano is unfortunately not with us for this episode, but there is a reason. I know, sad tears. I know, Austin, but he will be back with us next time. Don't worry. As Neil not being here has Austin in tears. But anyway, no, that there is a good reason. Neil is okay. Don't worry. His birthday was this week, so happy birthday once again to our guy Neil. But at the time of this recording, he is currently out celebrating another one of our good friends' birthdays. That would happen to be our good friend, Steve Durso, a friend of the show, personal friend of ours. So happy birthday to Steve Durso. Hope you guys are having a great time out there and hopefully not getting into too much trouble. But on that note,
when Neil's in the equation, there's always going to be too much trouble.
That is true. You never know. You never know with him. But in all seriousness, we hope you guys are having a great time. And Neil, we can't wait to have you back on the show for the next episode. But today is a pretty big deal because we have an awesome local rock band from right here in New Jersey where Neil and I live. They are known as Reality Suite. We are so honored to have these guys on. They are kind of a mix of modern rock and classic rock. And if you don't know what I mean by that, go look up their music and find out for yourself because it is an interesting mix. But hey, it's our type of music. It's fantastic stuff. You got to go look them up for yourselves. Basically what I'm talking about.
When me and you talked about it, it gives me Skillet vibes. It really gives me Skillet vibes.
Well, oh yeah. You mentioned Skillet vibes. I kind of get like Rat vibes from like the late 80s, mid 80s type music when it comes to that kind of particular style. We'll ask them more about that in a little bit when they join us. But anyway, though, it's going to be a fun time. We're so honored that they took some time out of their day to come on and chat with us. And maybe some mayhem will ensue. Who knows? You never know where this podcast can go. But anyway, with all that being said, we want you guys to sit back, relax, have some laughs, enjoy the Vegas Golden Knights like Austin is. They actually are playing at the time of this recording as well, so I'm sure Austin will keep you updated on that. But with that being said...
who do you think I am? You act like I'm not going to watch the game while we're doing this.
That is true. You're always up to date with your Knights. Don't worry. But with that being said, sit back, relax, have a great time, and enjoy our exclusive interview with Reality Suite. Sit back and enjoy. Austin, the time has come, my friend. Welcome back to the Bottom Line Podcast. As you can see, once again, our good friend Neil Villapiano is not with us for this episode, but he does wish us good luck. Thank you so much. And again, happy birthday to him and our good friend Steve Durso, once again, as mentioned in the pre-show intro. So today, like I said, is kind of a big deal because we got an awesome local rock band from right here in the state of New Jersey, where Neil and I currently reside. They are a mix of modern rock and classic rock. They are from North Haledon, New Jersey. They have two albums out, Skin, the Awaken EP, and the just newly released Awaken Deluxe album on vinyl, which we will be discussing a majority of today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have on Kimmy Hart, Brian King, Joe Padula, and Antonio Valenti, otherwise known as Reality Suite. Guys, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to come on with us. How's everybody doing?
Fantastic.
I'm awesome. Yeah.
Good to hear. No, of course. It's our pleasure. So let's not waste any more time here and get started. So the first question I want to ask you guys is this. I always love asking this to certain bands because I always love to know how they started out. So with that being said, who came up with the band name Reality Suite?
Buddha.
There's this Buddha in my backyard.
We pet it
Once a week, and it's solar powered, so
it lights up.
It lights up.
Yeah. Green.
We
lights
pray-
up green.
We
jade.
pray to it every
Yeah,
week.
it's jade. We have
Oh my
incense
gosh.
around it,
Stroke it.
and we definitely have a bell that we toll.
Stroke it every day. Okay, so the band name. Well, it's actually a very exciting story. It's so exciting that Kimmy's going to tell it.
Well, all I know it has to do. This is all I know because they came up with the name before I came around. But
Right.
it has to do with a napkin. Written on a napkin.
A dirty napkin.
Dirty napkin in the car. Brian's driving around with a dirty napkin with
Unsanitary napkin.
what word with reality on it, right?
That's
Reality.
your stuff.
And then
right
Joe
there.
came up with sweet, and then they just kind of like, hey.
I was at a dirty motel suite,
Yeah.
so it came together that way.
In New Jersey.
New Jersey, yeah.
Oh,
Right
man.
there, though,
We follow the footsteps of Reese's peanut butter cups. How do we mix the chocolate and peanut butter?
Exactly.
That's what happened.
When we first got together, we were called the Industry Standard, and
That's a true story.
And we were rocking that for a little while. It is a true story.
I don't want to be the industry standard, so I'm so glad you
Yeah.
Reality
Well,
Suite.
after
was Antonio's idea.
several months of mediocrity, we
We don't want to be standard.
Mediocrity.
substandard.
Not standard.
we felt like the industry we felt like our music was better than
The name.
industry standard. Yeah.
Right.
I was driving in my car to turn on the radio. Anybody with me on that?
I got it.
Anyway, I was driving my car listening to Howard Stern, and they were talking about reality TV.
You know.
So for some reason, the word reality was stuck in my head. So I grabbed a napkin, and I wrote it down.
Dirty napkin.
Dirty napkin. I think it was like a McDonald's.
Yeah, I was gonna say McDonald's.
Yeah.
We found it on the floor.
Buster,
It had
ketchup.
McChicken sauce on it,
McRib.
and McRib sauce. And
Do they have this still?
that
No.
floated around my car for several weeks, maybe a few months. I don't even remember. But then Joe and I were on the phone, and
I was at a dirty motel.
Motel 6. They
in
forgot the lighter
Centerville,
off.
New Jersey. Actually, no.
Oh, my gosh.
They forgot the lighter off for
Yeah.
you.
He was at the
Cool,
King's
guys.
Inn.
I was talking to Brian one day and coming up with different ideas to put either before reality or after reality. And that's how I was outside of Suite 201 and pretty much how it came up.
Actually,
Hey, what about reality?
originally, it's actually from a crossword puzzle. Miscalculated, we found it in there. It's really just throwing it out there. Let's not lie anymore.
He doesn't play Scrabble.
Oh my goodness. Hey, look, regardless of how it came up, it's a very unique name and I like it. Now, Brian, Joe, and Antonio, you guys, from what I can understand, have been friends since childhood. At what point in your lives did you want to end up starting a band, and what inspired you guys to do so?
Right after Lego blocks.
Yeah.
Gosh.
After that, we decided to pick up instruments that worked.
Wait. Was it Duplo or was it Lego? Well, Duplo's the big blocks.
No, Diplo's the
Diplo?
I was like,
artist.
what is that?
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, what? Where is this going?
Anyway.
You know, it's the big blocks and the small
Sorry,
blocks.
we're tangent evangelists, so you know.
I was playing with
Oh,
G.I.
yeah.
Joe
That's
as well.
an
These guys
album
were playing with that stuff.
Well, for me, I'll speak for myself. Unless, Joe, you want to speak for me.
Yeah, I'll speak to you. Speak to you.
We're all ambassadors here.
No. Time out. Time out. I love the fact that you contradicted yourself. I'll speak for myself unless you want to speak for me. Okay, then there we go. All things considered. But anyway, please continue. I'm sorry.
I'll try. I can remember being in my older cousin's upstairs bedroom, and I had 3 female cousins, and they had a stack of records, and I can remember, maybe this was a different period, I don't remember. I can remember like Police, Synchronicity, Rush, Grace Under Pressure, stuff like that. But it was Kiss Alive 2 that made me like say, whoa, what is this? You know, I don't know if you're familiar with Kiss Alive 2 or Kiss Alive, but it's got this big logo on the front, Alive. And you open up the gatefold, and it's huge, bombastic concert with the elevators going up, the smoke, the bombs, everything going up. So I asked them to put it on. I can remember them playing the beginning of Detroit Rock City for Kiss Alive 2, and that's stuck in my head. So I was obsessed at that point on. Like I had, cried. I was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
I was in kindergarten, and my parents got me. It was out for years at this point, but Hotter Than Hell by Kiss. And then they got me Peter Criss's solo album. I don't know if you follow Kiss at all, but they had solo albums, and Peter Criss was the drummer, and he had cat makeup on. So for whatever reason, I took to the cat, and I wanted to play drums, and that was it from kindergarten on.
Very, very interesting.
I mean, I had a similar story.
Go
ahead.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's cool. When I was 5, what turned me on was Kiss Dynasty. I mean, it's just amazing how we kind of like lived parallel lives. And I didn't know him back then. I mean, it was right out of diapers. That's when I met him. And I was like,
they shared diapers.
Oh my gosh.
That was like 5 years later.
Mustard.
I had diapers on until I was around 10. So, yeah, right around 10 is when we met.
You were in diapers at 10?
12 years old.
See what I have to
Oh
do with?
my
I
goodness.
was in 5th grade wearing.
But anyway, Kiss Dynasty for me, that's what broke it open. I started playing guitar, broke it right over, wide open.
You know, the irony of all of this is crazy, because at the age of 5 is my first introduction to music. Record was Kiss Alive 1, actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if you guys even know that.
Oh, I knew that. We've done 30 interviews. Of course,
We have?
32. But
Who's counting?
It's rubbing off on Kimmy now, too.
so you need to learn this.
Oh, wait, Kiss was already out of makeup by then.
Oh yeah, so it was Kiss Alive 1, and that was my introduction to actually listening to music. At probably age 5. The fascination of putting on a needle on a record and actually hearing music coming out is wild. As a kid.
Yep.
And sounding decent. Of course, with a half decent Kmart stereo set from my sisters. Whatever. But then I heard other groups like the Eagles, Hotel California, Peter Frampton Live, good stuff, and that was my introduction. But on top of that, as far as instrumentation goes, if that's where you're getting the introduction to instrumentation, both of my brother-in-laws, at the time they were boyfriends to my sisters.
Your brother-in-laws were boyfriends?
Come on, man! I was saying prior to
had 2
Oh my gosh.
do I have to cross-reference this in court? Okay.
Nobody else.
Okay. Before they were brother-in-laws, they were boyfriends to my sisters.
At different times.
Okay.
anyway, one plays keyboards and one plays guitar. So when they updated their equipment, they would hand me down their old equipment, which was just awesome. Actually, I don't know if you can see it right here. You can't see it, but right here is a Ford Poly 6, and that was my first keyboard to mess around with, actually. And then it wasn't a Gibson, but it was like an SG. It looked like a Gibson SG, but it was a Lyle SG, which was my first guitar, and that was, my introduction right around 10 years old, which is when I started. About 11, I met Brian.
And I think you put Mr. Taco to sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Believe me, Austin's very engaged. Don't you worry. But no, that's all very, very fascinating. And hey, you can never go wrong with Kiss. I really, really love that band. Now, Kimmy, I know, Austin, you have a couple of questions as well. I'll get to you in a short second. I apologize. But Kimmy, I want to ask you this, because correct me if I'm wrong, but you officially joined this band in 2013, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, that sounds right.
Okay. Yes, so somewhere around that timeline. So when you had either A, heard about these guys looking for a lead singer, and B, got the call to audition for the band, your initial reaction was what?
Well, I mean, I was in kind of like 1.5 bands before.
Okay.
Didn't work out. So like, the first
gotcha.
band broke up, and then we kind of tried to form another band, and it just never stuck. It was just not my style at all. And
Gotcha.
When I heard their songs, because they had a singer before me, and they told me, here's our songs, and come audition and learn some of the songs. So I learned some of the songs, and like, yeah, I didn't know what the hell to expect. Honestly, everyone thought I was crazy. They're like, you found this ad on Craigslist, and now you're just gonna go show up. I came with a friend. I came with my best friend.
Okay.
Down, so I didn't go alone, just in case.
Totally understandable.
Yeah, 3 guys and 2 girls. That doesn't sound dangerous.
Not a girl.
Oh
no, she came with. Oh, right, never mind.
It's not
So I really didn't know what the hell to expect, and then like I get there for the audition, and I thought I was just gonna be on the mic. We're gonna, be jamming, and they, you can't really hear too much the voice, but then they put me right up on the recording mic, and they like literally dissected my voice.
Yeah, we're mean.
You're
really testing me, like,
what does mean
did I learn the song?
Just...
Like, and I was like super nervous. I was like, oh my goodness. So.
Oh man. Very, very fascinating. Now, Austin, I know you have a couple of questions you wanted to ask, so please feel free to go ahead, man.
So, the first question is, if I'm not mistaken, this is your guys' first time having an album on vinyl.
Yes.
Yes.
I believe it's a pretty big deal. And what does it mean to you guys to actually get it on vinyl and not just a regular old CD or something?
I think it's equivalent to a hero having a statue.
Ooh. Well,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's a pretty high standard there, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to throw things out once in a while.
Yeah. It's definitely a milestone.
Definitely write that
Definitely
down.
a huge goal.
We'll use that in the next interview.
It's like a hero getting a statue. It's like, it's a
Rocky,
big deal.
Rocky Balboa.
But it's definitely a lot more exciting.
You're going to compare that to the Rocky Balboa statue in Philly? Come on, man.
It's more exciting than inviting a girl down to audition for your band, and she brings her friend. It's more exciting than that.
Fair enough.
No, but yeah, it's totally awesome, especially for me because I'm a record collector, and I have hundreds of records. So to have actual vinyl with
101.
our music on it, yeah, now we have 101.
Right.
Two, because I have 2 copies. Yeah, for me, it's just like, I don't know. Let's say you're a baseball player and you get a bat with your signature on it. Does that make sense?
No.
Or a ball, yeah.
No.
If you're a hero, you get a statue.
No, if there's a bat company that imprinted your name on it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
okay?
like
if you get a
Selden.
signature, if you get a signature bat. Do they have signature
There
bats?
you go.
Am I turning off the whole population of sports fans?
Oh, it was really exciting for me because I also collect, but I'm not as avid of a collector as Brian. His collection is, whew,
Yeah.
Oh,
he beats,
God.
he
All
even
right.
beats me. I
like,
think.
All right,
he's an avid
Maybe
collector.
some record stores. He
Yeah.
beats,
Yeah.
Brian actually has a second home for records,
And they're alphabetical.
and they're alphabetical. Every now and again on April Fools, I switch them up.
Oh my goodness. Hey, anything to pull off a good April Fool's joke, I guess. But no, I can definitely see why it's definitely a big deal to get anything on vinyl, really. Now, I want to go back to your first album, Skin, really quick here, because when you guys were in the process of writing that album, and this album was released back in 2015, so going on 6 years already. Can you believe it? It's really fascinating how fast time flies, man.
It's amazing. It really is.
Oh man, but when you guys were in the process of first writing and recording that album, what was the whole process like, and how were you guys feeling considering the fact that it was going to be your first full-length debut album?
It was similar to
When a hero gets a statue.
Oh my god. I have a feeling this is going to be a new running joke now, isn't it?
Yes.
Just for tonight. Yeah, okay.
the
For the sole purposes of this episode, hero statue will now be a new joke on this podcast.
I love turtles.
the one thing I could say is that we were extremely experimental for each and individual song and
Right.
each individual recording. Like each one had its own direction, its own style of recording, style of writing, production, you name it. It was very experimental. So in many ways, it was just very large amount of, it's an ambient amount of styles,
I think we were just trying to find our sound because I had just joined the band. So we actually re-recorded some of the old material and then some of the new material that we were writing. We were still trying to find like our little,
The niche, yeah.
little niche, our little sounds that when you hear us, like, oh, that's Reality Suite. Like, but the first song we wrote, like Playing with Fire, was just so amazing how it happened because I had written it when I was 16 and I had the lyrics and the melody all written out. And Joe had written the guitar and the riffs and everything,
Chords, yeah.
and all the chords. And he had the whole song, on the drive. And it was so crazy how the melody and the lyrics perfectly mixed together. Like, I never heard his and he never heard mine, but like it just fit like a glove. Like,
It's just one of those songs where we didn't have to alter anything, and it just fit perfectly.
like
Right.
what are the chances a melody is gonna fit with
Yeah.
your guitar?
Right back to the whole.
No, not too many chances, but that's really fascinating stuff. Austin?
So since we're on the track of the first album, there's a song that sticks out to me, and that would be Vegas Holiday. I wanted to know if there was any meaning or anything behind that.
All right, so you were driving to Vegas.
Do we want to talk
No.
about this?
I'm going to mask some identity.
Which stays in Vegas?
Yeah, exactly. It's not about me.
It's about The Hangover, the movie.
All right, so it's about another couple that we were witnessing splitting up, and there was a chase going on, and one person was, basically it's about a breakup, and Vegas is the safe
Saving
home.
grace.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that's the safe spot, and the one party is fleeing to Vegas. And
To have
I
one
kinda
more
like-
like last shebang kind of
Exactly.
thing. Yeah.
Right.
He's leaving his friends behind because he wants to start a new life. So I liked the title Vegas Holiday because it kind of gives you the impression. Actually, it sounds like a Scorpion song, but it gives you the impression that it's a party song. It's like a party song, but it's not. Most of our songs that sound like the party songs are pretty dark anyway. But it's a lot darker than
We're very dark here.
I like the dark.
pretty. That's what she said it. But,
Oh my gosh.
is that a titillating enough answer for you, Taco?
I think it's a very well thought out answer. It's no need. I think he approves of that answer very much. We're talking to Reality Suite here on the Bottom Line podcast. I want to go to your not new album, your most recent album, Awaken, which was recently released on vinyl, because there's a couple of songs on there that actually really, really stood out to me. First of all, I want to go to Kiss the Ring, which you released a live version of that from Asbury Park, from Asbury Lanes. First of all, I love the lyric to that song. The lyrics hit home for me. But the second thing I want to bring up is that Asbury Lanes is one of the main statures of Asbury Park. For you guys to be able to perform there, what did that mean to you?
I loved it. And honestly, when we performed the show, we didn't know at the time that it was going to be our last show, because that's when everything started closing down and stuff.
Right.
But looking back, it was such a kick-ass show. The energy was there, like
It's
the
very
atmosphere, like
Yeah.
the lights, like it was just so good. And then they had bowling lanes.
A diner,
So-
built-in diner.
I can't wait to play there
Yeah,
again.
it was very
Yeah.
comfortable.
I mean, concerts and bowling. Like, what more can you ask for? Come on
Yeah.
now.
It was prestigious at the same time. You know, a lot of people, when you mention Asbury Lanes, they think of what it used to be. You know, basically it was real hardcore, rough,
Yeah, it was.
punk spot, which
yeah.
is cool in itself. But you know, since Asbury Park has been cleaned up and you know they've gentrified it, you know, gentrify this. You know, it's prestigious now, and the lighting. I mean, when we heard we were playing it right away, we're like, we got to film this. You know, start to finish.
Amazing.
You know, multi-camera shot and everything. We were that excited
Yeah.
that we wanted to.
I'm so
document
happy
it.
we did that
Yeah.
because, you know, we didn't know it was going to be our last time. All of our shows got canceled. And I mean, we gave it our all. So that's, yeah, we always give it our all.
You know, that's important. You got to give it your all every single night on that stage, no matter what it takes.
I only gave 3/4.
Like you always do.
But no, it's because it was the one show I
Love
used.
for you.
We appreciate the efforts anyway.
It was the one show I used my Steinberger bass, and I got mixed reviews from it. So
That's why we never released the video. It was a bad mix. The bass looked
no one likes the way my bass looks, but it sounds
What a
fantastic. I don't care.
Oh my goodness. Now, a couple of other songs that really, really stood out to me, and I apologize if this gets a little too personal here. You can stop me if you want to.
Stop.
But a couple of other songs that really hit home for me are Cut, Burn, Bruise, and Grave. I know that these types of songs were kind of like a more like opening up type of aspect, and like more like digging deep into your emotions types of songs. So were there like any specific stories behind those two songs? And again, I'm sorry if it's too personal of a question.
Do you want to start with Cup and Brew?
Sure.
And I'll go Grave.
Well, the story behind Cupper and Bruise, we actually, it's one of the very few songs that we actually have a co-writer on. And there's a friend, his name is Darren Fisher, and he had just put out an EP of his own. He's from Oklahoma as well. And you know, I was a big fan of what he was putting out at the time. And he had said something like on a social media post, like, hey, we should write sometime. And you know, people say that all the time. And
Right.
I said to him, hey, why don't we write sometime? So then it just became, okay. So we started chatting back and forth before we brought something to the band. Because he's like, well, what do you want to write about? And I said, at that time, my mother had passed away from lung cancer. I don't know if it was a year, maybe a year and a half prior. But I had said to him, I said, you know what, I haven't written that song yet. And maybe this is the opportunity to write that song. And so we kind of collaborated on that lyrically and melody-wise. And then then we uploaded it to the drive, the band drive, where everyone heard it, gave feedback. Then Darren came down, and we all got into the room and jammed it. And then that's when all the real ideas started flowing. Like everyone started contributing their parts, and we started.
That was an amazing night. Yeah.
Grave is a little depressing too. It's actually like kind of a mix of two different songs, because I presented two songs to the band, and Brian was like, hey, what if we use the verse of this song and the chorus of this song? Because they flowed really well together. So like one of the meanings for for like the verses and stuff. One of the people who she kind of helped raise me, she went for a surgery and she never woke up. She just kind of became a vegetable. And it was just really, really hard because she was like my second mother. And then the chorus part of it was about I was in a really emotionally abusive relationship. So it was kind of about that. She was struggling with drugs and stuff. So like the thin needle eyes was, so kind of like, two messed up meanings in one.
Priestess.
Right.
Yeah.
Grave had been around for probably like a year and a half. And for whatever reason, I think the chorus had never really hit home with us. Like there was something missing. We just couldn't nail it. From a songwriting perspective, it's like, this is not great. And, and we were struggling for a while. And then Kimmy had posted her playing acoustic guitar on the drive and the chorus, The Grave. We had it called. I don't remember what it was. But anyway.
I gotta go back.
Crazy. Maybe it was called Crazy. But and it was like one of those moments where I was like, wow, this chorus just is amazing. Like this chorus should go here. It just made sense. And we spliced it together, we worked it out.
Frankenstein song.
Wow, that hit deep, man. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty interesting stuff. That hit deep. And by the way, there is an unplugged version of Grave on their deluxe version of Awaken if you want to go take a listen to that. But warning, you probably will need a box of tissues. No, seriously though. The whole album is fantastic though.
Wingman.
One thing while we're on the topic of Cut Burn Bruise, because I was looking at this earlier this afternoon, we actually found out recently that song and Triggers, Cut Burn Bruise, we actually hit like 67 on iTunes in New Zealand.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like, so we were kind of
well done. All right.
And Triggers was at 53 or something like that on iTunes. So anyway, we felt pretty excited about that.
Well, that's quite all right. That's a heck of an accomplishment. Congratulations. Austin, do you have another question? Of course you don't.
Come on, man.
Of course you don't. Why would I expect anything different?
We had him at
Austin, you make a terrible prosecutor. Come on, man.
Oh my goodness.
Strings Anthony uses, or
we had him at Vegas Holiday. That was it.
Hey, it is what it is.
After Vegas Holiday, he's like, it's all right.
I'm done with them.
But no, you brought up Triggers earlier. You wrote that song during the year 2020, which is obviously not a fun year by any means whatsoever because of the pandemic and everything. Was there one specific lesson that you guys learned from that year that inspired you to write that song? Because I know that song is specifically about 2020 and the pandemic and everything. So was there one specific lesson that inspired you guys to write it?
Definitely not to let your triggers get the best of you. And just,
played. Well played. I like that.
And I think that's with everyone for the year 2020. It was really about surviving 2020. And all like anxiety, depression, emotional, like it was just a high energy, high emotional time for the whole world. So I just feel like
it was our way of reminding people to just cool out and let it go.
Yeah.
Not listening to everything that you heard on the media and ups and downs and a lot of depression out there.
Right.
Oh yeah. No, you couldn't have summed it up any better. I mean, the news is just that's why I don't have it on. That's why I don't have it on in my own house. But that's another story for another day. But I want to go back to Awaken here because you guys, like we said before, you just released it on vinyl and you actually had a release party in Pennsylvania this past weekend. Ironically enough, on Record Store Day, which was June 12th. What did it mean for you guys to be performing again for the first time since the pandemic hit?
We couldn't stop.
Oh my God. Yeah, literally couldn't stop. Like they just kept going and going. I mean, it was so exciting. It was everything. Because like I was like slowly dying inside, not being able to play out live and just have that adrenaline rush again of like the energy of the live show. Like you don't get it anywhere else. Like it's just
Right, yeah.
You can't get that
It's a
right.
rush. It's a rush.
Remember that box of tissues we were talking about earlier? I think we filled it up.
We switched to bounty towels.
Oh my goodness gracious! Wait, I'm sorry, Austin. What were you saying
I was
before?
just saying, there's nothing like the rush of performing live.
Yeah,
Mm.
right about that.
Nothing about the Russians performing live. Totally.
Oh my gosh. Like I said, you never know where we can go with this show. There's always mayhem that ensues. But anyway, though, back to the topic at hand here. So, you guys have been a band for 10 years now. Kimmy, you've been with the band for 8 of them. What's been one of the most, as somebody grabs a box of tissues over there, Joey just grabbed a box of tissues over there. I don't know where he's going with this, but where I'm going with this is, what's been the most memorable moment so far in your guys' career?
Right now.
Oh my God. Definitely.
Oh man. All right.
Definitely opening up for Vixen and opening up for Rat. Those 2 shows at
Hands down.
Keswick Theater and Spaceberry. Amazing.
Wow.
And they treated us like,
Gold.
yeah, there was catering, there's food for
We
us.
had our own
like,
showers, like walk-in showers.
dressing room.
I threw up in it.
It was just so incredible. Like,
Private rooms. That was crazy. It was great.
Wow.
Groupies.
they treat us really well.
Wait, seriously?
Like,
Kidding. It's the only groupies I had were mice.
I was legit about to say, boy, what are you doing to me?
It was phenomenal. Like when you're on that stage and the size of the stage, the depth of the stage, and the depth of the room. It sounds so cliche, but like when you're on there for like the first time,
It's wild.
and all the people, and
Right.
you're hearing the echo when you're kicking the bass drum, and
Feel
you're
the energy, like
Mm,
you know,
feel
it's just-
everyone's energy. Like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
the more people that are there, the just
right.
You could kind of capture our test. Was it the one we posted?
That's right.
No,
our
Sound
sound
check?
check.
the sound check. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
You could hear the sound check.
All good.
The bass drum. You could hear it. It's wild.
Right. I was going to bring up the band Rat earlier because I sort of get that vibe from you guys, considering the fact that you are a mix of modern rock and classic rock. Are there any other like classic or modern rock bands out there that inspired your guys' style?
I think we all have our own inspiration, our own
Yeah.
styles.
Yeah.
our own-
Okay.
A lot of influence in like the 90s grunge rock. I love.
Oh man. That's
Era.
my era. That's my era. I'm a 90s baby. I wish I
So
could
the
go back to
bands,
that.
Like, oh my God, all of the bands, like Smashing Pumpkins, Nine Nails, oh my God, Metallica, even Nirvana, Rem. There's so many, like all of them
Wow.
from that era, like are on my playlist.
But yeah, we all have individual things that we listen to that we're inspired by and we bring to the table. And individually, if you listen to us, it really exudes very strongly. And if we were to just base on that, our sound wouldn't develop the way it does. Because of the concoction of the 4 of us, it really develops something completely, unveiled before.
Unique.
I bring some pop in too.
Yeah, that's a better
I
word.
have some pop.
mine steps
Avril
stems
Lavigne.
back from like
Oh man. Going old school Avril Lavigne. I like that. Very, 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 very cool, guys. All right, let's have a little fun here.
Oh,
So-
Matt Kroger, the guy in Nickelback, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Look at this photograph!
are you kidding me?
Something in your mouth.
Oh my goodness, that's where we're going. All right, let's get to the fun portion of the show, shall we? So,
Jimmy, if you want fun, just buy me a vinyl already. Come on.
Uh-oh.
you expect me to do your dirty work? Nah, I'm just playing, man. But
Come on,
seriously,
do the dirty work.
so what I've gathered is that, well, obviously all of you guys are absolutely hilarious and we love you guys. But who's the funniest member of the band? Antonio wins. All right.
I'm very serious otherwise. Only in interviews I become like this. Other than that, I'm a judge.
Precisely.
Oh my gosh.
Mike Judge.
All right. So now here's another interesting question I have. And Austin, I also want to throw this your way as well because I'm curious. And I know you guys have probably been asked this quite a bit, but I want to ask it anyway. If you were stranded on a deserted island and you could only bring one record with you to listen to, what is it?
That's easy. For me, it's going to be Plans by Death Cab for Cutie.
No, he asked me.
Oh.
That's my favorite album.
Death Cab for Cutie. Wow. I haven't heard them in forever, man. Well, that's a good one.
It is, for me, it's the best album of 2005. I thought it was the best album that ever happened. I could listen to that religiously every day.
Hot take. I like that. Brian, what about you? he's just like, really? You put me on the spot like that?
Yeah, circle back.
Like the hardest thing. It depends on the day, the era, whatever.
Oh, man.
You know,
Right now, you're on the island.
Come on, man.
Just got
if
drunk.
it's
So
right
hard.
now,
You landed off the Titanic. Come on, what are you doing?
How you're feeling this second.
Oh my.
Meliora by Ghost.
What?
Okay.
Interesting. Interesting. Joey?
Van Halen. Van Halen 1. First Van Halen.
Oh,
That's a great call.
Give me
yes.
that, and I'll be happy.
You can never go wrong with Van Halen, man. Kimmy?
I'm still thinking.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
go
all
to
right.
my go-to though because my Red Hot Chili Peppers makes me happy.
Oh,
No.
yes.
Like they just
Yes.
put me in a good mood when I listen to them, so I could listen to them all day.
Would you say
Never.
Blood Sugar Sex Magic album? Or
Honestly, all their out, like even like the last one they just put out, I'm With You. All the songs are amazing, like, and they still have it. Like they haven't changed their sound. They still are there. I love them
Yeah, they
so
never
much.
changed their sound.
we might have to
Go
go
wrong
one of
with
their
No,
songs.
like you.
I love it.
It might not be the greatest album then for an island.
Oh my gosh.
No.
No, like they,
Yeah, they-
no, they take you for a little.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god. Austin, what about you, man?
What's your favorite album?
I don't have a favorite album. It's just
Oh, come on. You gotta have at least one favorite.
Something.
it's just whatever mood I'm feeling. That's just how it is.
I feel that though.
It's whatever. It's however I feel in the moment.
Very interesting answer. Well, it's an easy answer for me because one of my favorite bands of all time is Breaking Benjamin. I'm bringing the album Phobia with me.
Yes.
Wow.
Phobia. Give me Phobia by Breaking Benjamin. I'm all set.
Every song. They're also another
so good.
band. Every single song is like
I forgot about them.
a hit. Yeah.
God, they're so freaking good. I've seen them live more times than anybody can count. I've seen them like 7 times live. That's how obsessed I am. Oh, man. But let's get to more of the fun stuff here. In your guys' opinion, what was the hardest song that you guys have written?
Dead to Me.
Live Now Forever.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
Now, are you saying no? See that's hard. When you say hard, you mean
Writing
like
Really?
difficult to write?
Really,
Or,
Brian?
like heavy, the heaviest song that we've written,
Or-
or the hardest to?
To play live.
technical.
Like
That's
Hardest to play live. Yes, hardest to play
the
live.
most difficult to replicate.
Yes. That's where I meant to go. I
Dead
apologize.
to Me and Live Now Forever.
I would say Trigger
Ooh, really?
to replicate live.
Really?
Oh, but I did
Have you heard
ask.
it?
Yeah, I know the
Interesting.
song.
I did ask. Oh, I gotta
It
look
is-
in the video. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Vocally,
Hmm.
guitar-wise,
Actually, I have to
one
watch
guitarist
that
in the band.
playback.
It's hard to kind of, you got to change it up to make it sound like the album as much as you can.
We don't have violinists playing.
Basically, I need to learn guitar to do the rhythm part so he can do his thing.
We're
more,
working on it. We're working on that.
But we'll get there. We're getting there.
You're working on it. You're
I
working
brought
on
my,
it. Okay.
my guitar to practice today.
Oh, man. All right. So next question. I know you guys have obviously had a very busy touring schedule throughout the years, and you guys are out on the road all the time. So I got to ask you, you obviously find good places to eat around here in Jersey. Favorite food to eat as a band?
Domino's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hands down,
Thin
Domino's.
crust.
And Dunkin' Donuts.
Domino's? Really?
We live on
Really? All right.
For a little
I'm
while.
obsessed.
What about juicy platters?
I was just going to
Oh,
say
I
that.
love
For a
juicy
little
platters.
while.
Juicy
yeah,
platters,
it was
too.
that.
Mhm.
Wait, where?
Juicy platters. They have
Oh
like happy
boy.
sack.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
that's tzatziki sauce.
Now, individually, favorite food of all time. What is it?
Well, I mean, usually Domino's, but like on the good stuff, like sure.
We're going back to the Domino's conversation. All right.
It's an obsession. It's really bad.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Please continue. I'm sorry.
Short ribs and gnocchi Alfredo.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Man.
All right. Okay.
I mean,
It's gonna be Italian for me. I just don't know which dish.
Hey, let's go. Come on, man. Come on. Come on.
Meatball parm guy.
Yes. Let's go. Come on.
I personally like a Cajun chicken sandwich.
I'm hungry.
Ooh. Bold, but I like it.
I do like one of those bento boxes that has. I'll do like spicy food rolls,
California roll.
with like.
It's not even real sushi.
Oh my gosh.
What?
California roll doesn't count.
No, I didn't say.
Yeah, it's like fake.
I'm talking for him. You
For the wannabe sushi lovers.
Why wouldn't the California roll count? Come on now.
There's not even fish in there. Like,
Mine
Oh,
eats
come
that
on.
little green fence thing.
That's a separator.
I do eat it with a fork though, so I love to go like high end, Japanese places and ask for a fork with a knife.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you
And
can
I
tell-
ask for bread.
How you
I'm-
can tell
I'm-
Jimmy's never been out west. He calls a California roll sushi.
Oh my God. What are you trying to say, Austin?
Come on, come out west with me.
Oh my God.
Let's go back to Vegas.
One of these days, man. One of these days.
Take me back home to Vegas. Come on.
Oh man.
Are you from Vegas?
Yeah. Part of me forgets you live in Chicago now. So hey, you know what?
Haggis.
Whatever you gotta do, man. Whatever you gotta do.
Come on, Jimmy.
But-
Are you a Southie?
I'm originally from Vegas.
Okay.
oh, cool.
Yeah, if you can tell, that's why Vegas holiday hits home to him a little bit. That's why he had to ask you about that. But
I hope I didn't ruin it for you.
I know that city like the back of my hand. It's terrible. But
oh my gosh.
Hey.
But no, personally for me, when it comes to food, I'm Italian. My whole family's Italian. Give me chicken parmesan any day of the week. And I am set for life.
It's good stuff, man.
There's always some good stuff.
Especially from Papa John's.
What's that? Wait.
Domino's.
What did I just miss?
I said, especially from Papa John's.
Oh, stop it. Oh my God.
Ow!
Or Olive Garden.
No, and
It's like the
no.
Kmart.
No.
appliance.
Yeah.
No.
Don't hit
Time
me.
out. Olive Garden is a sorry excuse for Italian restaurant.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's a joke.
And I'm
Like
sorry.
Olive Garden?
And Neil put it best. Neil put it best when we had another band on, First to 11. Neil put it best. If you think Olive Garden is real Italian, you are smoking some really good stuff because it's not good Italian food at all.
Listen, you can't get good Italian food out west. That's the best you're gonna get.
Yeah, but that's
Is
like,
it though?
It's like
Is
taking
it?
your hot date to Walmart.
Unless you want to
for
pay
food
like
court.
$300 to go to a fancy Italian restaurant on the strip.
Fair enough, I guess.
Ain't nobody gonna do that unless you're there to like blow your whole bank
Oh.
account.
That's all.
Unbelievable. All right,
Frank.
so unfortunately our time is almost up. But before we sign off for tonight, do you guys have any upcoming shows that you want to announce right now, or are those undisclosed for right now?
No, we have shows.
We do.
Yes, we have some stuff coming up.
Excellent.
June 26th, we have the Queen's Fest.
Queens, New York.
Queens, New York.
Yeah.
Nice.
In August, we're doing another. What do you call it?
Show?
The show. I don't
The show.
Fundraiser for suicide awareness. I'm not sure. What
Oh, okay.
In Secaucus, New Jersey. So we haven't announced it yet, so look out for that. And
Nice.
then after that, the next thing would be in October. We're playing at the Chance Theater in Poughkeepsie, New York. We have tickets for that now, so please reach out to us and we'll set up the tickets. And then after that, we're playing at Dingbats in
November.
Clifton, New Jersey. Yeah.
In November, beginning of November. And we will also have tickets for that soon as well. So come join us. Come celebrate the reopening of venues and
Rock and roll.
and music and local
Fun,
music.
yeah.
Come support.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I'll definitely have to make a trip to come see you guys because I'm really dying to come to a live show for the first time in a while. It's been a hot minute. I gotta make a reservation. So before we sign off for the night, how can people find out more about you and your music? Where can they follow you? What's your website like? All that fun stuff. How can
We got rid of all of that. You can't follow us. That's it.
Social media is overrated.
You have to mail a letter to.
I mean that is kind of true, but
Yeah, let's be real here. Social media is overrated.
It is.
You don't have to.
no, that is kind of true. It is.
Snail mail.
You could, we're gonna use regular mail, telegrams. We'll send you back a note.
Self-addressed stamped envelope.
Yeah, but really, we're on all the platforms, whichever platform that you prefer that
Yeah.
you use.
Any
you can
Google
find
search
us.
of Reality Suite, and you'll find us.
Yeah. Facebook and Instagram are updated daily, several times a day. The website is for more official, bigger announcements and stuff like that. But yeah, if you want to keep in touch with us on a personal level, definitely follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
And we highly suggest to take your speakers and put it outside your window and crank it all the way up so all your neighbors get to hear us free.
Yes.
Yes.
Great
Don't
advertising.
tempt me.
Now you're
Okay,
speaking my
don't tempt me
language.
with a good time.
That's what I'm saying. Show them a good time the right way.
I think we have a few more vinyls left, right?
Oh
So
yeah,
we
there
can
are
probably-
records available still. We still have some.
But not many.
Not many. So you got to reach out to spinningaroundstore.com. Obviously, if you go to our website, any of the socials, you'll find the
You'll
links.
find it. Yeah.
But definitely pick one up before they're sold out.
Very nice. I know you guys have had a limited amount of copies of your album on vinyl. So if you haven't gotten your copy yet, time's almost up. What are you waiting for? Go get it and go check out this awesome band from New Jersey, Reality Suite. Guys, we want to thank you so much for taking some time out of the day to come on with us. We truly appreciate it. And you guys are always welcome back anytime. And you guys might be one of the funniest bands we've ever talked to in a while. Outside of First to 11, you guys are one of the funniest bands we've ever talked to. So
You say that to everyone.
Stop it.
No, you're wasting my tissues, man.
As the box of tissues comes back out.
I gotta sneeze.
Oh man, but
Oh,
in
thank you for
also
inviting us.
no,
Yeah.
of course.
Bring your box.
It's our pleasure. Again, you guys are always welcome back anytime.
I don't believe it unless Taco says it.
Yeah.
Taco's approval. All right, Taco's
Yeah.
approval. All right, fine. I see how it is. I see how it is, putting me under the bus. But anyway, in all seriousness, that is Reality Suite. Be sure to go follow them on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even though social media is overrated, as we mentioned before. And go check out their re-release of Awaken on vinyl. Only a limited amount of copies remain.
Behind us, right behind us.
Go grab it while you can. But they're going to get it. If you're not watching on YouTube, there it is. There it is. It's a beauty. It is an absolute beauty.
Jimmy, hurry up and buy me one already.
And here's the actual. Go ahead. Give it
Oh, that is.
Oh, there she is. Oh,
White
man.
chocolate right there.
Beautiful.
Oh, man. See now, that's the one thing I love about vinyl being back. You don't see stuff like that anymore. You're seeing people starting to get like mobile record players back, and there's a cool little poster if you do buy the vinyl album. Again, if you're not watching on YouTube, go check out realitysuite.com and go purchase their limited edition copy of Awaken on vinyl. Very
It's
fascinating
a whole
stuff. You also get some really cool merchandise to go along with it. Unbelievable stuff.
Show and tell. We're doing show and tell.
I mean, fuck,
Oh man, they're just showing off. They're just showing off everything
Nature
right now.
Valley.
I'm seeing
Oh,
seeing
no, not
Nature
the
Valley
Nature
granola
Valley.
bars. I'm
Webcam,
seeing
show the whole
glasses. I'm seeing guitar strings. I can go on, but then we'll be kicked off our own podcast. But I digress. Anyway,
I've always been kicked off.
That's our goal.
Jimmy,
that'll wrap it up for us.
Kick us off.
This was what was that, Austin?
I said at this point, Neil's just going to kick us off the podcast.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
At this point, he has the authority to. But anyway, that'll wrap it up for us. Please, please, please go check out these guys. They are awesome. Reality Suite on all social media and at realitysuite.com. For Austin Myers and for Reality Suite, I'm Jimmy Finizzi. This is the Bottom Line Podcast, and we will see you in the next episode. Peace and take care.